What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Jory Davis. I'm back with questions to ask your agent, the interview questions you need to ask. I know sometimes it's scary. It's a little, doesn't feel comfortable. Time investment. How do you know if the agent gonna spend time on you? Now, usually, traditionally, we say, hey, am I gonna be an important player on your roster? And they say, yeah, you're going to be one of my top clients. Like, you're good. You're going to get, I give all my clients attention. It's the generic stuff. Now, how do we follow up and ask real questions that get us the real answers into this person? How you want to follow up? How many clients do you have in my position? Let's say they have 10. All right. How much time per week do you spend on each client? Okay, we can work through the math, but they might say, look, it depends. If the client is signed, I might not spend time on them no more. Boom, that's an insight. That means what? Comment in below, because I ain't gonna give y'all the answer because it's in the app. But once they sign, that gives you an insight into something. But if somebody wants to leave the comments in below, leave the comments in below for that. However, there's other things. All right, maybe they say, well, I do delegate time per week on my clients. And so you can do the math. Again, just kind of do the math and see what that looks like. So if you have 20 clients, that's 2 hours per week for me. That means it's 2 hours per week, whatever that might be, check-ins. Maybe it's a little bit of other things that is in the app that I think you can put as deliverables in your contract. You can also use the contract WEVOLV analyzer and see what type of other things you can negotiate. But all in all, those are some of the things that you want to ask when it comes to time commitment and see what they say. You want to really pay attention to how they delegate their time. It reveals, that you're not just another commission. It reveals how they manage themselves. And if they don't have a clear answer, then it could be that, their process is like, I need these clients, and then I try to get them all signed. And that's my business model. Once you're signed, my job is done. And so again, time commitment. Don't just take the simple answers of you're my top client, or I give all my clients the same amount of time, or I'm talking to my clients every day. That doesn't mean anything. You want to quantify what is happening here. How many clients do you have in my position? How many clients do you have in general? How much time per week do you spend on them? And if it's not per week, how are you delegating time, and what is that time going towards? That's my 2 cents for the day on interview questions to ask the agents. You always want to ask questions. Never be afraid to ask questions. And if they have a problem with you asking questions, that's a red flag, bro. This is a relationship, and a very important one that dictates how your career is going to go. So ask questions and build strong relationships with the right agents. Peace.